Good day, St. Martin. I'm Yesenia Lázaro.
And I'm also Lawrence.
And welcome to another edition of St. Martin News Desk.
Brought to you by TV15.
We're bringing the latest and most important stories around the island and beyond.
It's 2 for Tuesday. Has nothing to do with this story. Let's dive into our headlines.
VSA Ministry boosts skills in lawmaking and policy. The Ministry of Public Health, Social Development and Labor is stepping up its ability to craft stronger laws and policies. Minister Honorable Reginald Brugge has launched a specialized training program in legislative writing and policy development initiated by Secretary General Joy Arnell. The first session, held on August 21st and 22nd, focused on legislative drafting with further training on policy development set for October. The program is being led by attorneys Gerald Simmons, the Young, and Valia Pantoflet of the Young Legal, who are guiding staff through the intricacies of lawmaking and policy formulation. Minister Brugge says this investment will help the ministry better protect vulnerable groups and deliver more effective solutions to national challenges. By building internal expertise, VSA aims to become a stronger, more responsive institution for the people of St. Martin.
Minister Gumbs calls CARIFESTA organized chaos. Education, Culture, Youth and Sport Minister the Honorable Minister Gumbs is experiencing CARIFESTA 15 in Barbados for the first time and described the regional arts festival as organized chaos. With over 150 events taking place across 10 days, the scale of the celebrations can feel overwhelming, especially for artists eager to learn and network. Minister Gumbs focused her schedule on the Big Conversation series, tackling timely topics such as the ongoing discussion around hair discrimination and the legacy of colonial policies. She also attended the super concert and panel discussions featuring Caribbean leaders, including Barbados Prime Minister Mia Mottley and St. Vincent, and the Grenadines Prime Minister Ralph Gonzalez. Highlighting the opportunities for St. Martin artists, Gumbs emphasized that the festival offers a space for learning, collaboration, and creative growth. She noted that exposure to a larger regional environment can spark new ideas and encourage artists to evolve their craft. The St. Martin delegation includes Minister Gumbs, Minister of TEA the Honorable Grisha Heilige Martin, Culture Department Head Clara Reyes, and several artists and cultural representatives. The delegation also features film submissions by Peter Sagnia and Jonathan van Arneman, alongside cultural figures like former Ombudsman Nilde Ardern and former Netherlands Antilles Prime Minister Susie Camelia Roma.
St. Martin officer to join international police training. The police force of St. Martin is celebrating a significant achievement. Officer V. Martina has been selected to participate in an international police training program in Abu Dhabi. This opportunity is part of the IACP and UAE Ministry of Interior Police Academy Exchange Program. Running from September 2025 to February 2026, the program will provide 5 months of intensive training. Officer Martina will engage in physical fitness routines, marching drills, practical exercises, and academic studies, all within a structured academy environment. The training will conclude with a graduation ceremony attended by representatives from all participating agencies. Minister of Justice, the Honorable Natalie Tacklin, along with KPSM's management, has extended their best wishes to Officer Martina as she embarks on this professional journey. KPSM describes this selection as a milestone, highlighting the dedication of its officers and the growing international recognition of St. Martin's police force. Coming up in our featured story, TELEM's future in question as Starlink officially enters the market and sparks warnings from unions about jobs, infrastructure, and national control. Stay tuned.
A new day begins. The sun rises over St. Maarten, bringing new energy, new possibilities. This island was built on resilience, progress, and the strength of its people. Our connection is what moves us forward. It links our communities, our businesses, our families. From the heart of the island to the shores beyond, we've connected St. Maarten. From every street to every home, this network was built for St. Maarten by St. Maarten hands. Connection isn't just about signals, it's about people. This is your island and your network recharged. Proudly local, we're here for today, tomorrow, and every milestone ahead.
Mizzy with a Sunshine Report straight out of Sunshine City, St. Maarten, bringing you the warmth and the sunshine you need to kickstart your day. So let's dive into today's forecast and see how the skies are treating us. Don't forget to follow NEWSDESK on Facebook for your daily Sunshine Report. So as you enjoy the rest of your day, stay safe, stay friendly, Sunshine City.
It's hurricane season. Are you prepared? Here are a few tips to remember to help keep you and your family safe. If you're not in an area that is advised to evacuate and you decide to stay in your home, plan for adequate supplies in case you lose power and water for several days and you're not able to leave due to flooding or blocked roads. This hurricane season, make a family emergency communication plan. This public service announcement was brought to you by the government of Sint Maarten. The Ministry of VSA Department of Infrastructure Management, together with the Police Department KPSM, is making changes to traffic on a section of Canagita Street in Manzanella Steak, Philipsburg. The Canagita Street from the intersection with Percy LaBega Street to Manzanella Steak will now be a one-way street. Inbound traffic can enter Canagita Street from Percy LaBega Street and drive straight ahead or turn left into Manzanella Steak. Outbound traffic leaving town on Canagita Street must make a right turn onto Manzanella Steak. Entry further into the Canagita Street will no longer be permitted. Outbound traffic exiting Manzanella Steak onto Walter Nisbet Road can either make a right or left-hand turn. The Ministry of VSA, Department of Infrastructure Management, and the Police Department would like to thank the public for their attention to this change. Please follow the new traffic rules and signage and drive safely.
KPSM tows at least 9 vehicles in Philipsburg parking crackdown. The police force of St. Maarten stepped up enforcement against illegal parking in Philipsburg last week, issuing 22 fines and towing 9 vehicles during a focused traffic operation. Officers targeted several problem areas, including N. De Brood Street, where drivers routinely ignore no stopping signs, creating single-lane bottlenecks. Similar issues were found on Emma Plain and Codville Webster Street, where repeat violations have disrupted traffic flow. Police say one of the biggest challenges is drivers immediately occupying spaces where vehicles have just been towed, showing a complete disregard for the rules. KPSM is reminding motorists that parking regulations exist to keep traffic moving and ensure safety for all road users. The force says these operations will continue as part of broader efforts to keep Philipsburg's streets clear and accessible.
New senior program manager sets priorities for prison transition. Newly appointed senior program manager Richelda Emmanuel has begun her work to strengthen St. Maarten's detention system with an introductory meeting at the Point Blanche Correctional Institution. Emmanuel met with the prison director and department managers to outline her mandate, which includes guiding the detention sector improvement program, supporting the Ministry of Justice, and ensuring progress in infrastructure, staffing, and rehabilitation efforts. While construction of the new prison facility is set to begin later this year, Emmanuel says her immediate focus is preparing the current organization for that transition. This means training officers, refining procedures, and building strong operational frameworks so that the new prison can function efficiently from day one. Her role goes beyond overseeing construction. It centers on improving systems, development of the personnel, and creating a safer, more sustainable correctional environment. The meeting was described as constructive and collaborative, marking the first of many engagements with justice sector stakeholders as St. Maarten moves forward with key reforms.
CPS urges healthy snacks for students as new school year begins. With the new school year underway, the Collective Prevention Services, CPS, is reminding parents and guardians to pack healthy snacks to support children's learning and development. CPS says nutritious meals, rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins help students stay focused, energized, and ready to learn. Skipping breakfast or relying on sugary, low-nutrient foods can cause fatigue, mood swings, and poor concentration, all of which affect academic performance. Parents are encouraged to make water the drink of choice, limit packaged snacks and soft drinks, and introduce children to local fruits like soursop, guava, and mango. Family meals and guidance on balanced choices can help kids develop healthy habits that last into adulthood. CPS emphasizes that good nutrition not only boosts learning but also supports emotional well-being, growth, and a strong immune system, reducing absenteeism and long-term health risks. In other back-to-school news, joining the rest of the country in support of our students, the St. Maarten Leo Club distributed 61 backpacks filled with school supplies to students in need, highlighting how community service can help children start the year prepared and confident. Together, these efforts aim to create a healthier, better equipped generation of learners on the island. Up next, a closer look at the arrival of Starlink and why St. Maarten's own TELEM company is calling for urgent government action to protect local telecommunications. Right after the break.
Let's put everything on the table. People always give their opinion, and you can either take it or crunch it. Let them judge. We give in to the most irresistible flavor. We devour every nugget that falls in our hands, especially when it's our crunchy fried chicken. And let the crumbs fly if needed. Let them keep judging. We'll keep indulging. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
You could talk to your family, talk to your friends. Affordability and convenience. Community connection, that makes sense. Reliability with experience. Hey, for every laugh, every adventure. Number one provider, they got ya. We tell them your data is always on. You can opt out whenever you want. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to roll. Control my data, yeah, yeah, yeah. Always connected every time, everywhere. Money low, but I never fair. I know, tell them is there. Connectivity, that's what I like. Flexibility, that's what I like. Reliability, that's what I like. Tell them, sign me up for life. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Come tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to go. Come tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on.
What is it?
Guess what? I got an idea. It's amazing. You see how we have the link sharing all everywhere?
QR link,
the
yeah.
QR link.
Yeah.
Raw Caribbean Channel app. Well, yeah. You're welcome. Put it in the back.
But it's not an app though. It's not an app. App, you have to like download something to get it on your phone, take up space. It's not an app.
It's like an app. Therefore, it can be an app. So, it's an app. Raw Caribbean TV app. Say it with me, Al. Come on.
It's not an app though. All you gotta do with that, it's a link. You take the link, you hit the bookmark, you say add to home screen, and so it shows up like an app icon, but it's not an app though.
Are you a real person? It is an app because you get to watch all the programs from Raw Caribbean at one place. It is an app.
I don't know how to explain this to you, but factually and technically, it's not an app. Kind of like we do the news, facts,
Yeah.
and you do that thing you do.
Whoa.
Point being, you just go to the QR, you hit bookmarks, and you hit add to home screen, and then you can have the link to, let's give it another name.
The app.
You want to call it the app?
Raw Caribbean TV app.
Jess.
Yes.
Jess, please, give please some sense, Jess. Jess.
It's kind of like an app.
That's why she gets the big bucks.
It's not an app, though. It's not a app. What the It's not a app.
You kiss your mother with her mouth? My God. Watch Raw Caribbean TV app.
Watch Raw Caribbean TV app.
Yes.
It's not an app, though.
Welcome to today's NEWSDESK featured story. Our featured story today highlights growing concerns over the future of our national telecommunications company, TELEM, following a recent licensing of Starlink SXM. While the move promises faster internet and new connectivity options across the island, local unions and TELEM employees warn it may threaten a decades-old national asset, putting jobs, services, and critical infrastructure at risk. Alston?
Sint Maarten Communications Union, or SMCU, has expressed grave concern after the Ministry of Tourism, Economic Affairs, Transport and Telecommunications, TEAT, approved a 5-year license for Starlink SXM on May 6th. This license allows the foreign operator to provide broadband internet across terrestrial, maritime, and aviation zones in Sint Maarten. While many residents welcome the prospect of high-speed internet through Starlink's satellite network, the SMCU cautions that this decision could severely impact TELEM, the national telecommunications provider. For decades, TELEM has served the island, providing jobs, infrastructure, and essential communication services. According to the union, TELEM's leadership has remained silent on the potential effects of the Starlink concession, leaving employees and the public in the dark. TELEM is already in a fragile financial state, worsened by delayed government funding and past mismanagement. In fact, the company struggled to secure loans after the announcement of its CEO vacancy last year and several proposals to stabilize operations, including selling unused assets, were rejected by the Supervisory Board of Directors. These financial challenges are compounded by the lessons of Hurricane Irma. TELEM's infrastructure suffered extensive damage during the storm, highlighting the importance of a resilient, locally controlled telecommunications network. The SMCU is urging the government to inject funds into TELEM, strengthen its operations, and avoid granting further concessions to foreign operators that could undermine the company's ability to compete. Meanwhile, Starlink's entry into Sint Maarten marks a significant shift in the connectivity landscape. Residents and businesses now have access to satellite-based internet services that are fast, reliable, and available even in remote or underserved areas. The service, priced at approximately $80 per month, but a $700 setup fee offers a modern alternative to traditional internet providers. Regulatory oversight remains in place. The Bureau of Telecommunications and Posts, or BTP, is responsible for ensuring that Starlink complies with international standards, prevents interference with local networks, and refrains from unauthorized resales. However, this license also underscores gaps in the current telecommunication framework. The national ordinance does not fully address satellite internet operations, meaning this license acts as a temporary measure until more permanent regulations are developed. The introduction of Starlink has also sparked debate about competition. TELEM and other local providers like Flow must now adapt to maintain market share, while the government faces pressure to safeguard national interests. The SMCU emphasizes that foreign concessions should never come at the expense of local jobs, national infrastructure, or the economy. Back to you, Jess.
So St. Maarten finds itself at the crossroads. On one hand, Starlink promises unprecedented connectivity, business opportunities, and improved services for residents and visitors alike. On the other, TELEM's survival and the security of local jobs hang in a balance. The SMCU's call is clear. The government must act decisively to protect TELEM, stabilize operations, and ensure that our national telecommunications remain resilient for the future. As the debate continues, the island watches closely, hoping for a solution that balances innovation, connectivity, and the preservation of a national treasure. That's all the time we have for today's edition of St. Maarten News Desk.
Thank you for joining us. Remember, new episodes premiere every weekday morning at 8 a.m. on TV 15 and then across all social media platforms. I'm Elston Lawrence.
And I'm Justine Lassiter, wishing you an amazing day. See you tomorrow.
All there, all Tuesday. Stay friendly. St. Maarten.